I've been thinking about getting a girlfriend a lot recently, and when I woke up, there was this one incident that really popped up in my mind, and it was about a skiing trip that I had with four other people, one guy that I already knew, and one girl that I already knew. So Claire, I had already known, and Liam, I had met twice or three times before, and Claire too. I'd only met her twice before. And then Claire's friend Sarah and Liam's friend Ian, who I had never met before either. So we went in the morning. Ian picked us up in his car, and then we went to the ski hill. And I was reading the game recently, so I wanted to be I wanted to AMOG, if you will, which is now just known as Mog. Did you know mogging is a pickup artist term? Fun fact. So I wanted to be the alpha male of the group, AMOG. And one way that people assign you leader is by speaking the most. So you can see this in friend groups too. The friend that speaks the most is the leader of the friend group. And it doesn't even matter if it's pointless dribble. Actually, that's not true for one of my friend groups. And that's only because we didn't really assign him. We didn't like him that much. So we didn't want him to even be in the friend group that much. But then of the friends that we did like in the group, the one who spoke the most was considered the leader. If you could even consider anybody a leader in our friend group. It was, yeah, if there was any leader in our friend group, it would be him. But there wasn't really a leader. So I'll just say in general, the one who speaks the most is the leader of a friend group, or just of any group. Okay, so we were in the car, and Liam was talking. Sorry, not Liam. Liam's friend Ian was talking a lot. Like a lot. In hindsight, I realized he might have had ADHD. He might have ADHD. And so I was trying to compete with him. In fact, I did. I did compete with him. And I was basically counting the words, how much I spoke. And I was trying to make sure that I always spoke more than him, just so people would assign me leadership. But some of it was just pointless dribble. Some of it was just annoying, what he was saying at least. And I realized I was getting into that territory because there was no way I could compete with him without actually spewing some useless nonsense or just being annoying. So I believe he beat me in amount of words spoken. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Because the way I realized, I was thinking about, okay, how can I turn this conversation to my domain? And I realized there's actually a fun card game. Is debatable. There's this card game called the Umbrella Game. And the way it works, I won't spoil it, but the way it works is the leader, the one who knows the umbrella game, brings in something into the umbrella. So I will bring an elephant in the umbrella. And then everyone else will try to bring something into the umbrella. And there's a way to get something into the umbrella. There's this hidden rule. There's a secret. So the trick is just finding the secret of how to get things into the umbrella. I don't recommend, okay, you could search it up and then you'd know it and then you could play it. But once you know the rule, you can't play it again. That's just, I can't really give more information without spoiling it. But it is a fun, it's an okay game. It's a little bit annoying when you figure out the secret too. Like, really? That's the secret? That's so Stupid. Okay, so umbrella game. Played the umbrella game. I suggested it. Hey, there's this fun car game. Yeah, pass the time that we could do. Let's play it. And so now I'm the leader. I took possession of the group. Yes, I took possession of the conversation. Took full control. And then we showed up at the ski hill, and they still hadn't figured it out. But Ian brought something in. I don't think he did it intentionally. No, he definitely didn't do it intentionally because he didn't know the secret, but he managed to bring something in. Okay, so people are still intrigued. They're like, "Oh, okay, that was an interesting game," but they were also annoyed. They're like, "Okay, this is just annoying. I don't know how to bring this in. How to bring anything in." Okay, so then we went skiing, but the thing is, Ian is really good at skiing. So there, and I wanted to just have fun. I didn't want to learn how to ski, but one of the girls, Claire's friend Sarah. So yeah, Claire. I kind of forgot if I introduced Claire already, but Claire was one of the girls that I'd met twice. Sarah wasn't too experienced in skiing. So she started off on the bunny hill, and then me and Liam had already done a green. But then we went over, we met them at the bunny hill, we did a couple of bunny hill runs, and then I suggested, hey, maybe we should try greens, because this is a bit boring. Okay, so we try a green, and Liam has this fantastic suggestion to go super slow every time we do. So you go zigzagging down a ski hill, and every time we do one zigzag, we all stop at this point and wait for everyone else to come down, and then we do another, and then we wait for everyone else to come down, and we do that the entire ski hill. So I did it like a quarter way through one of the hills, and I was like, this is so slow. Like, please, let's just all go. Like, we don't have to wait at every single zigzag. We can just go down the hill and wait for everyone to come down and then go on another hill. No. That's too difficult. Ian, this is more Ian's proposal. Ian's like, no. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to do my own thing. I want to have fun. So you guys do what you want. And I invited Liam. I was like, hey, Liam, you want to come with me? You want to actually have fun? And he was like, no, I'll stay with the main group. Okay, fair enough. You know what? You do you. I want to have fun. So I ended up splitting off and I did my own thing. And we ended up meeting again. And right, we just happened to both end up on the top of the ski line. I was like, hey, we should try a blute together. And Ian was like, I don't know. And then everyone else was like, yeah, let's try something new. Thank you. Like, shut up, Liam. Or shut up, Ian. Sorry, not Liam. Liam's chill. I mean, Ian's chill too. It's just, is he chill? Okay. So we did the blue, and again, it was like, okay, let's do 2 zigzags this time. 2 zigzags and stop. Make sure you don't go past. No. I just wanted to bomb the ski hill. let me do my thing. So I got annoyed at that too. And I was like, okay, you know what? I just want to keep on going down ski hills. Like I don't want to waste time. So I kept on doing my own thing, and they continued doing their own thing, or they went back to the lodge to get some food, to have a little break. So I ended up doing a black diamond, actually. That was the first black diamond that I did, and I didn't wipe out. I was pretty close to wiping out, but didn't. And I was pretty proud of that. I told Liam too. Or not Liam, Ian. I was like, hey, Ian, I did a black diamond, and I didn't wipe out. I was close to wiping out, but I didn't. Like, oh, good job, yay. I'm exaggerating how Ian is. It's not actually that, how do you put it? That jolly. He's just like, I don't know how to put it. Just you'd have to meet him. Okay. So then at the end of the ski trip, we all go home. Ian is the one with the car, so he's driving us home. Again, carpooling, and I'm getting dropped off first. And right, okay, so they did end up asking about the umbrella game, and then I did give the answer, the secret, basically. They're like, "Oh, okay, that is kind of stupid." Like, yeah, it is a bit stupid. Okay, and the conversation continued too, and Ian continued blabbing, and I was just a little annoyed, honestly, just fed up with him talking. I didn't really care to listen, pay attention, but yeah, I just gave up on competing with words. But then I felt like I was sitting right beside Sarah, and it felt like there was something, there was a bit of tension, like not awkward, like maybe a little awkward, but also like I don't know how to put it. It's just I felt something, you know? And then a little after this, she looks over to me. Everyone everyone else is speaking basically, or like I don't know, Ian is speaking, or Claire, her friend, is speaking. And instead of looking to her, she looks at me for a few seconds, and then she looks away. Just looks straight ahead. I was like, huh, that's a little weird. And I think that's an interest, a sign of interest. But I don't know for sure. Maybe she could have been looking out the window. I mean, I was looking out the window too. Like sometimes there were times where I was looking left and I was just looking out the window. Doesn't matter. But I couldn't really tell if she was fully interested. And I realized I didn't. Okay, so she had also injured her hand. This is not super relevant, but turns out it was broken. Her thumb was broken or something. So she did want to go to the hospital. We didn't know it was broken. And the guy in the infirmary at the ski hill, so that's kind of why we ended the ski hill trip, is because she was like, okay, my thumb is hurting too much. So we got it checked out, and the guy at the infirmary was like, okay, maybe you should go to a hospital, just in case, but I'd recommend going to a hospital. And she was like, okay, sure. But the way she was acting, it did not seem broken at all. It was probably sprained at most. And we counseled with her at the end as we were walking back to the car. You know, you don't have to go to the hospital because it's going to be like an all night wait if you go to the hospital. She's like, yeah, I know, but I do want to get it checked out just in case. Okay, it's your decision. Fair enough. It just, like the guy at the infirmary, we were saying, like, he's just being overcautious just in case. But this is really costly to wait the entire night if it's just a sprain. Oh, well, so they dropped me off first, though. They are going to drop me off first, and yeah, I didn't end up saying anything to Sarah specifically. I just kind of continued the conversation when I felt like it, but I was honestly kind of bored and just tired, so I didn't really want to do anything. But I did feel some sort of romantic tension, if you'll put it that way. And I wanted to pursue somehow. I wanted to show like, hey, what's your number? Or, just because, again, I was reading the game about picking up girls. So I couldn't really, I didn't know how to really pick her up in that moment. And it's also like everyone else is there. So if I directly say, hey, you want to go on a date, everyone else hears me. So I didn't want it to be, and if she says no, uh, I die from embarrassment. I'd just jump out of the car at that moment. Okay, so yeah, I didn't end up really saying anything, and then I went on my merry way and went back home, and then they did their own thing, dropped her off at a hospital, and then everyone else got dropped off and whatnot, everything else. And okay, the other thing too is I couldn't really say, hey, do you want me to go with you to the hospital? Like, maybe I could have, but it would have just been a little weird too. And everyone else would have heard me too, so it's like, oh, what's going on here? It just felt like there was nothing that I could come up with that would work. And then I thought about it more, and I realized, actually, and this was a while ago too. So I don't know why this popped up recently. Actually, maybe I do, because I've been thinking about girls that I've been interested in, and this is probably the only one of the few girls that I've been interested that I haven't gotten a chance to actually show that I'm interested, or maybe be like. See, the thing is, I don't even know if I was really interested in it. It could have just been like what I'm feeling, like I'm just, we'll say I'm just feeling lonely, and so I feel like I need a companion at that moment, but it's not really a desire for her. It's just a desire for a relationship with just someone. And I didn't want that to be the case. I was especially scared of that. Regardless, damn, 17 minutes. Oh my goodness. So didn't say anything, and then I realized there were two things that I could have done. So there was, damn, like I restarted this 4 times already, and I can't seem to get it concise. I just don't know where I'm going wrong. Maybe I'm just describing the ski hill, the ski thing just too much, but I've gone too far. This is my last take, and I'm posting this one. My answer, my solution, I could have communicated verbally, could have said, or flirted verbally. And I put flirting in quotations because it wouldn't really have been flirting. It would have been basically just talking with her. It wouldn't have been full on flirting. I don't think I really do true flirting in the sense that like in innuendos, if anything. I just talk with a girl in like a cheesy way, like make stupid jokes. But that at least that's my way of flirting. So I would have done that. I could have done that. Where I said, "Hey, like how did you find the ski hill?" Like be direct to her rather than the entire group. Just talk with her and just have our own conversation. And they would have had their own Ian would have carried the conversation on his own. He was more than capable. I trust in him. And the other one that I think would have been much better, although more risky, would be to touch her on the leg, like put my hand on her leg, and then after a few seconds, just look at her. And then, depending on how she responds, remove my hand. Well, I was thinking remove my hand regardless, and then see how she responds of me removing my hand. So, yeah, touch her leg, look at her for a few seconds, and then remove my hand and look away, and then maybe look back at her, or just like basically see how she responds to that. And if she wants me to touch her leg, for example, or if she wants to show that she's interested, she'll do something. Like she'll touch my leg, or and she might even make it seem like an accident too. Like she'll brush her hand against my leg and she'll be like, "Oh, sorry." Like, no, no, that's intentional. Or she'll just smile at me. Or if she's not interested, she'll be like, eyebrows furled, and she'll look away. Or she probably won't make it clear that she's not interested, and she probably won't make it super clear that she is interested. But at least I give her an opportunity to show that she is interested and let me know. That's my solution. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And the reason that it's kind of weird that that comes up now because maybe not weird, but that was back in like February, I think, and now it's May. So a couple months ago. Yeah, the reason that comes up is because that's one of the girls that I've just been able to be in contact with and actually get her vibe. I haven't really been too close to any girl and been able to talk with her and like get her vibe. That's been the most recent. And you can pick up girls too, you can warm approach, if you will. Girls, but it's still not as natural as that skiing incident where we actually got to hang out for a while. I mean, even though I split off and did my own thing, we were together. We went there together as a group and we left together as a group. So we were a group. I just decided to do my own thing. So, in case that very niche, very specific circumstance happens to you, that's what I'd recommend doing. I would recommend the nonverbal approach because that's really romantic. And if it doesn't work out, like, yeah, it sucks and it's a bit embarrassing, but if it does, the and you could use both methods too. You could say, because I did ask her about her hand, like how is your hand, like from a scale of 1 to 10, how painful is it? But that was more a general conversation. Everyone else, Ian was happy to chime in. I didn't think, yeah, how much was it? Yes, I was thinking it was probably a 7 or an 8. But the key would be to make it more personal, even though everyone was in the car. Just make it a bit more personal, and just a little more quiet, and have your own conversation. And hopefully Ian doesn't. Yeah. Key takeaway. Nonverbal is very important. You can flirt nonverbally.